All right, man. The conference finals is here. The conference finals are here. And so far, we getting the best of these four teams. I'm talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks, the Indiana Pacers, and the Boston Celtics. You got to love playoff basketball, man. We're going to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen, right here on the Real to Sports Talk Show.
Can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to do. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark, I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over, enough of that mediocre. I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, give head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine, don't you get it confused. I'ma win again, yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up, big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah. I'm talking all bite, no bark, I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up?
All right, man, we thank you guys so much for being here with us on this Saturday afternoon, wherever in the world you are right now. This is the Real to Sports Talk Show, your destination for real analysis and opinions on anything and every single thing sports related, whether it's NBA, NFL, UFL, or even WWE, man. We bring you the hottest news and debates right here on the Real to Sports podcast. It's just two of us today, but I'm sitting here, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, he represents Saxonville. Just deal with it. The Jacksonville Jaguars and the 17-time NBA champion, one of the most historic franchises in basketball. I'm talking about the Boston Celtics, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rockstar Rock.
How y'all doing? Solo dolo today. Just me and the hoe.
That's it.
We're going to do what we do.
Let's go, baby. We the Rockers. You want to be Sean or Marty?
I ain't going to be Marty.
I don't want to be Marty. Hey, we'll be Steiner Brothers.
I'll be Triple H.
Triple H?
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe it's DS.
Right. I'll be Michaels. I take Michaels. Hey, if you ain't down with that, we got two words for you. Yeah, I'll be Michaels today. I'll be Michaels.
Hey, you the show stopper.
The show stopper. Yeah, I can stop the show. That's true. Word. All right, gang. Here we go. Well, again, man, thank you guys for being here with us. We appreciate it. Just me and Rockstar Rock, man, I guarantee you, we're going to be like Anita Baker and give you the best we got today right here on the Real Sports Podcast. Let's start this thing off already, Rock. NBA. We all NBA right. Heavy today. JB Bickerstaff is gone. He has been eliminated, dismissed, however you want to call it, but I'll read it. Cavs dismissed coach JB Bickerstaff after 4 seasons. The coach went 170 and 159 in 4 seasons in Cleveland. He led the team to 50 wins each of the past 2 seasons. He dragged the Cleveland Cavaliers through some turbulent seasons, getting them back to the playoffs and deeper into the postseason than they've been without LeBron James on the roster in more than 30 years. It wasn't enough. Bickerstaff was fired as Cleveland coach Thursday, despite the Cavs improving in each of his 4 seasons and overcoming numerous injuries this year to make it to the second round of the playoffs. His dismissal came a week after the Cavs were eliminated by the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference semifinals while playing the final 2 games without All-Star guard Donovan Mitchell or center Jared Allen. Bickerstaff was successful, but other issues apparently led Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert and president of basketball operations Kobe Altman to make a move that a face value might seem extreme or unfair. All right, Rock, Bickerstaff is out. How do you feel about this?
Well, man, I feel sorry for him. You know, I'll never want to.
Due to the game, my man.
You know, I don't really want to, you know, make fun of a guy losing his job. You know, we at the end of the day, we all human. You know, we all got to be able to provide for our families and, you know, do the things that we love to do to provide for our families. You know, he comes from a good heritage of a coaching culture. You know, his dad, Bernie Bickerstaff, used to coach here in the DMV for the Wizards, the Bullets back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, so he has that potential to, you know, go somewhere else and get another job. You know, I would actually like to see him coach the Hornets. You know, another young team that got an all-star, you know, a young all-star, got some good pieces that they can build together. You know, I don't think a lot of these coaches get the benefit of the doubt when they're on a young team. You know, it's going to take a coach a good 3 years. By the first and 2 years a good coach get to a young team, the organization should already know this guy's going to build his system, bring in the guys that he wants to fulfill the obligations of his system, wins. And then by that 3rd year, that's when you really start to see the results. Like you stated, his results came a little early, whereas though that the Cavaliers was getting into the playoffs. You know, I think let's say Mobley. Evan Mobley was his draft pick. You know, he was able to get you know, Jared Allen there. You know, even though I don't know about his rib injury, but I told people when I was watching it, I was like, brother broke his ribs.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They telling him to take a Toradol or whatever shot and just numb the pain. I was like, man, if that dude can't lift his arms in the morning, dude's ribs broke. Like if they were sore ribs, we all know what sore ribs is like. You can get in the back, you can ice it down or take a warm bath or Epsom salt, you know, do something, you know, cool your bones down or your joints.
Yeah.
But in that situation, I really thought he broke his ribs because if that man ain't going to be able to go out there and y'all talking about lifting his arms up and blocking shots and being able to go full speed to try to stop Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown at that, because he didn't even play in any of the remaining series against the Magic.
That's right.
Injury happened. So, you know, I felt like he got the low end of the stick as far as like being the guy that got fired. You know, like we seen the Lakers fire Darvin Ham, and Darvin Ham got them. They won in 2 seasons with Darvin Ham.
They won the West Conference Finals.
Yeah, he had a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
Here's a dude that got the team to the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So here's the dude that got,
2.
And how long was he? How long was he actually supposed to be in Cleveland? Like, what was his contract for at the beginning?
It was 4 years.
Okay, so like I stated, he had a 4-year contract with a young team and made the playoffs 3 out of the last 4 years. That's that 3rd year where you really see your team start to take off. They got to the Eastern semis this year.
Yep.
If you run it back, how you don't know that they might get to the Eastern Conference Finals next year?
Yeah.
I mean, Cleveland was playing good basketball.
They sure was.
So I believe they was hitting their head on being the 2nd or 3rd seed before Donovan Mitchell got injured, you know, somewhat in the All-Star break this year. So, you know, I look at it like I think JB got Mr. Bickerstaff. I don't know him personally, so I'm not gonna call him by his first name. But I feel like he didn't get the benefit of the doubt.
No, he didn't.
Frank Vogel, they didn't get the benefit of the doubt because the superstars now own the league. Like I was asked this question the other day, Matter of fact, what would you rather be, a coach or a commentator? I said I'd rather be a commentator. In today's NBA, I'd rather be a commentator because the players run the league. Players run the league, and that's. I mean, I always know they probably say, "Oh, the players always ran the league." No, players ain't always ran the league.
No, not in the 90s.
Players always wanted to go where good coaching was.
There you go.
You know, the coaching is coming from the player. Oh, I know more than this coach. Just because he's been around this. Nah, I know more than him. We get the right guys in here, we can win. And sometimes it don't work that way. You know, like Jason Kidd is in awe right now of what Luka Doncic is doing. And he played in the NBA. So some of these guys, some of them coaches do become fans as well. But,
that's true. About Bickerstaff, though.
Yeah, but Bickerstaff, I think he got the raw end of the deal. I would love to see him go somewhere else and coach. You know, I know the Charlotte, but if he goes somewhere and coach, it's not like he's going. They're not going to have him go coach the Lakers unless the Lakers do something and get him there, and then Donovan Mitchell go there. I don't know, but I think if he does get back a coaching job, it'll probably be for like a team that's like either Detroit, because I know they talking about getting rid of Monty Williams. Charlotte, you know, they can bring him here. The Wizards need a good coach. I'm sorry, I'm from the city. I'm from the DMV, whatnot. But when you
Charlotte got coach for Boston. They got a coach already.
Who?
They got an assistant from Boston.
Oh,
one of your guys.
Yeah, Charlotte. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's true. So the Wizards can use a good coach.
Yeah, the Wizards do.
That can help build a young team. You know, because when you're in a city where your hockey, your women's basketball team, and your baseball team then put up championships before your basketball team has, it's pretty sad. But I would love to see him come here, coach for the Wizards. You know, his father coached here, so maybe that can bring some highlight and enlightenment to him a little bit. Or I can see him at the college level coaching somewhere. But I think these coaches is getting a bad end of the deal because he did what he was supposed to do as a coach. The players got to go out there and play. He didn't tell Donovan Mitchell not to play. Donovan Mitchell decided he had a calf injury out of nowhere. Yeah, decided not to play. You know, so
oh boy,
I think he got. I don't think he got a good fair deal.
It's bullshit. I'm so sick of the NBA kicking coaches out. Like you said earlier, this is a program where it's going to take years and years. I mean, it takes years to build a franchise. Cleveland Cavaliers is doing so good. I just read they won 2. He led these guys, Cleveland, who after LeBron, they was suck. And now he brought them back-to-back 50 wins.
Yeah.
Come on, and you get rid of him because he lost to the Boston Celtics. They lost to a powerhouse team. Yeah. So why would you fire the guy?
Yeah, that's
and then on top of that, you got Garland out with a broken jaw, Mobley knee surgery. As you stated earlier, damn, that's not going. As you stated earlier, Jared Allen. Rib injury. Mitchell. Where's Mitchell's Where's Mitchell's calf? Yeah. So your dogs are hurt. And come on.
What else is he supposed to do? I mean, they kept it again.
What is he supposed to do?
About it was, I say he got a bad deal is because after knowing all those injuries, they still came out in game 5 and had a good, they still came out in game 5 and put on a fight. People was like, oh, this game is over. Boston about to win by 30. They was in the game until Boston took the game over within that last few minutes of the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
So, and as an organization, if I was an owner and I seen that, I'm giving this guy another year because we could have laid down out there. They at least showed fight. They at least fighting for him. The players out there was fighting for his job. They could have laid down and say, "Oh, he ain't about to be here next year. We get a new coach."
That's what I'm talking about. He could have laid down. I think it's some. I really think it's some bull, man. How they treat these coaches.
Yeah.
The players should not run it. You never seen Charles Barkley say nothing about Paul Westphal. They never said nothing about Phil Jackson. They never said nothing about Pat Riley. None of these legendary Chuck Daly, Don Nelson. God damn it! Okay, you gotta keep saying. Look at the Miami Heat. Fuck Miami Heat. Yeah, they've been successful because they had the same coach.
Yep.
And their team was trash.
When Van Gundy wasn't getting it done,
he wasn't getting it done.
Some of the dude that be putting up the projections. He's smart, right? Bring him in.
Yeah, bring him in. Bring the camera guy in. And it worked though. I know he had LeBron and Bosh and Wade, but look what afterwards. He went to the finals twice.
Yeah. And some would say though, Eric Spoelstra and the Miami Heat won at the times that they had Boston going to the finals was that year in the bubble.
Yep.
And the year last year when they played with Denver, Miami actually went to the finals, and the reason they lost is because they was in a bad matchup.
Bad matchup, man.
If the Heat would have went to the finals the year that we played Golden State, Jimmy Butler would probably have a ring right now. Because that matchup against Miami Heat, when we played Golden State, Golden State had an advantage over us because Tatum and Jaylen Brown hadn't been there. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat had been there. So Jimmy Butler knew what it was going to take to defensively stay in those games. And that matchup, they matched up. They both teams that play small.
Yeah. Playing
the Lakers, they was out of matchup because the Lakers was a big team. And then when they played Denver, they had no chance against Jokic.
You got some teams that can bounce, like your Boston Celtics. Udoka left. They was winning with Udoka. Udoka left. Fuck that. They was winning with Stevens.
Yeah.
Okay. Udoka came in. They still was winning.
Yeah.
Udoka left. Mendoza came in there, and they still winning. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It works for the team like that. It works. But with a young team like Cleveland, man, it's definitely gonna screw with their mind. Because I'm pretty sure this
still be our coach had he just said nah. But then, I'm not gonna get into that. Let's get off topic.
But Bickerstaff, man, he just looked like a guy that team wants to play for. More like I ain't gonna say a father figure, but like a big brother, like Monty Williams was in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And that's how people, those players gravitate to people to coaches like that. But god damn it, to get rid of them, I don't understand it. We just talked about it was a couple weeks ago with Budenholzer.
Mm-hmm.
He won NBA Finals. He get fired the next year. He won a title and then get fired the next year. Why? Because of Giannis.
Oh, because the owner's saying, well, that guy can bring us championship.
Come on, man.
But what has Giannis done since? And see, that's why I say I don't think the players should have the right to say, okay, the coach deserves to be gone. Yeah. Because Giannis got 2 coaches fired, and the year after, they won a championship. Then the next year they got bounced in the first round. Budenholzer was gone. This year they got bounced in the first round, and
Adrian Griffin.
Out. Adrian Griffin got bounced in, and they had a winning record when they let Adrian Griffin go.
Damn right, they fired out Rivers. They was number 1 in the East before y'all. Then y'all came in number 1, but they was number 1 in the East with Adrian Griffin, best defense and all that. Oh my God!
Rivers trying to get Sam Cassell back on his staff.
No.
They go to show you he's not a coach.
He's not a coach, bro. Sam
Cassell back on my staff.
Sam Cassell standing
you were winning when I had Sam Cassell on my staff. You ain't win a championship since 2008. Sam Cassell was a player on your team then.
It's crazy, man. It just baffles me with this, man. David Black. You remember David Black? Cleveland Cavaliers. He had, man, the best team in it with LeBron. Okay, now Ty Lue comes in there. They slip and fall and win the NBA Finals, and now Ty Lue's a great coach. Bullshit. No, that was David Blatt who got that team there. David Blatt's coaching and his system got him there. Ty Lue come in there and they win, boom. Oh, Ty Lue's a great coach. No, he's not. No, he's not. That's crazy.
Did Ty Lue bring the triangle offense with him?
No.
he had the pick and pop, get shooters around LeBron. And that's why LeBron's in this GOAT conversation, because LeBron's the system.
He's a system.
You know, people say he ain't gonna win another championship again, and that's true. John Staley, the Hall of Famer, came out and said he don't think LeBron gonna win another championship because LeBron's not in the system. And people are saying, well, LeBron is the system. But if you look at it, Kobe and Jordan won multiple rings within a system that they was able to dominate because they were seeing everything on defense. LeBron sees everything on defense, but it's easy to stop his system because your shooters, you getting shooters, but your shooters don't play defense.
No. That's
the difference. Within the offensive system, you also can make defensive adjustments within your offensive system because the team you're playing are going to eventually say, okay, we're going to cut this off. But if they cut that off, you still have a way to have a backdoor cut, different angles. You can beat teams on transition. Like within LeBron's system, it's like open floor. He needed shooters in the corner, and you got to give him enough space for him to create or score. That's not. I mean, it's winning basketball depending on who you played with, because he won 2 rings with Wade and Bosh, and then him and Kyrie had that hell of a series, being down 3-1. But since that bubble, LeBron's system don't work, and it's just been coach after coach.
He's a coach killer. He had 9 coaches in his career. He went by 9. It's terrible. It's terrible, bro. That is so terrible. You went through 9 coaches. 9 goddamn coaches. I'm like you, bro. I want to be a commentator. Hell, I'll be a goddamn popcorn vendor before I be a coach. For what?
I coach at the Lord.
I don't even want to celebrate if I'm the coach and I win the NBA Finals. I'm scared that goddamn they're going to send me a letter of termination. Yeah, you won. Congratulations, you are the NBA champion. We wish you luck in your future endeavors. Huh? I win the NBA Finals and I'm fired. Why? Because player personnel do not like the way you do things.
Notice Mike Malone, Steve Kerr.
Huh?
Mike Malone and Steve Kerr, the last 2 coaches to win the NBA Finals from the West. They lost the next year in the playoffs after winning the NBA Finals. They still kept their jobs.
Boy, I tell you, man, the NBA needs Adam Silver. I don't know where he at, but he really needs to crack down. Really needs to crack down on this. And I don't want nobody to lose their job or anything like that. But at least when these coaches give these guys guaranteed solid contracts and do not let the players influence. If the players want to leave, let them leave. That way, if they want to leave, that means you could question their loyalty right then and there.
Right.
But if they want to leave, they want to leave. So will be it. But these coaches, man, like again, Frank Vogel, man, he got fired for nothing. Like for nothing. Like goddamn, look what the coaches do not. And a lot of people out here in the world and that don't know basketball fully, they think the coaches make the moves. No, it's the GM. It's the GM. So the GM gonna give the coach whatever the heck. Now the coach got a little saying, but at the end of the day, the GM signs it. The GM makes a decision. The GM gets what they get. Just like me, I coach basketball. I don't pick my team. I give whatever the Y gives me.
Whatever kids sign up.
You know what I'm saying? They, whatever they give me, that's what I got.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So what the hell? So now you get successful. Basically, you go in season with a blind eye. Okay, you go through training and all that, blah, 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 camp, all that. And then you go to the NBA finals, or you go to the Western Conference finals, semifinals, playoffs, play in, whatever the case may be, and then you're fired. It's not good enough. Terrible, man. I don't know, Rob. It just bothers me big time, man, that, a guy like this that changed the franchise around, because Cleveland was just dog shit. But he changed it around, winning culture now. Got Donovan Mitchell coming over from Utah. Man, goddamn, he changed it around too. And it's terrible. It's just terrible. I hope he find a job very, very soon. I hope he do.
It's crazy though, because in NFL you get more time to be sometimes you get more time to be a coach. They'll turn the team around. It's like in the NBA, and that's how. And I blame it on Adam Silver, because
me too.
Adam Silver went full in on the Donald Sterling situation, and
hard. He went hard on it.
When it came to Jamal Murray being suspended, went almost suspended Draymond Green indefinitely.
Yeah, Draymond. Word. You adapt on that stuff, but you need to adapt on this. This is bad, man. This is terrible. Another coach gone with a successful season. I can see if Cleveland was goddamn let's see, what 12-60. I can see that. I cool. But they got 50 wins. Yeah. God damn, you know how hard that is to get nowadays? Oh my God.
Them wins don't come cheap.
They don't, bro. They don't. But so sad. Hope Bickerstaff, I'm pretty sure he will land a job this year in October when the season come back. Like I said, I know he don't know us, man, but goddamn, I swear, I wish, as Rock said, Mr. Bickerstaff or Coach, hope you get a job, man. I hope you get a job soon.
There's some other coaches that deserve to be fired, and this dude didn't deserve it.
Yeah. My coach need to be fired. Greg Popovich, get the hell out of here. It's time. It's time.
Popovich ain't probably gonna retire until he won another one.
Man, they're gonna roll a coffin out there on the court and leave it right there. He's gonna be the coach. You're gonna be sitting there like this. Coach, they're gonna move him around like he's still alive. He's dead as hell. Get him out of there. It's time for Pop to leave. Damn it. We need something new.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, Rob. So how right now, man? Right now we got the Eastern Conference Finals. We got Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals.
Yep.
And we got 4 good teams now. This is down to basically the pros Final 4 here. So how do you feel about both of these conference finals, game 1 and game 2 so far? Let's start over in the West. I know you're an Eastern Conference guy, so let's start over in the Western Conference between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks. How do you feel about these 2 games and this series as a whole?
Well, like they use the cliches, styles makes fights, good matchups. So I believe that this in the Western Conference, this it's an even kind of matchup. It can go either way, and I understand Dallas has a 2-0 lead, but if you look at their 2-0 lead, the game's only been decided by a good 3 points in both games. If you want to go there, because they won by 1 last night. The other game, I think it was Thursday night, I believe. No, Wednesday. They played Wednesday night, and I think that was a close game as well. Mm-hmm. So that series, I think that series is gonna go 7, because Minnesota is capable of going into Dallas and getting 2. I know people might say, "Oh, Dallas ain't gonna drop 2 at home." Well, people thought Denver wasn't going to drop 2 at home. Denver lost 3 times in that
big
series.
Point. That's a big point right there. That's a big point.
You know, the difference is, okay, Dallas was that team that they handled their business in 6 games against OKC. So, of course, they was going to have a small little rest advantage and things of that nature. I understand playoffs, everyone's tired. Get that. Not making no excuses regarding to Minnesota. But the thing is though, that Minnesota were in the games, even though that they were tired. The first 2 games, you know, they was up by like 20 or 15 last night, couldn't close the deal, you know, and I just predicated that on being that they're a young team, Minnesota Timberwolves. You know, it's not like any of the guys that's on their squad been there before. I mean, you might say Gobert with Utah back when Utah was all right, you know, but nobody on their roster. I think Mike Conley back in the day when he played with the Grizzlies, but other than that, their roster is not consumed with a lot of okay, we deep in the playoffs now.
Right.
We got a championship to win. You know, Kyrie Irving and Jason Kidd, and Luka Doncic, they know what they're playing for. Doncic was just in the Western Conference Finals, you know,
before last.
Yeah, so he know what he's playing for, you know, and it don't seem like the environment is too big for the Mavericks. You know, I think the environment is like the environment of them being at home. You know, Minnesota, I know they took care of their business getting home field advantage, but them having that environment coming off of a game 7, then having to go home and try to win those 2 games, it was going to be hard. But I think the next 2 games, 3 and 4, I think we're going to see the series tie. I don't think Dallas is going back to Minnesota up 3-1. That series is going to go back to Minnesota 2-2. I see that series going 7. And I like the fact that how the offense and the defense are coming to play in that series. You know, it's no lead is safe.
No lead is safe.
No lead is safe. So even though that you Dallas and go on a run, an 11-0 run, Minnesota turns around and goes on a 12-0 run. And then, you know, I like that the style of pace that they're playing
me too.
in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
You know, because the Mavericks, they heard what Anthony Edwards said.
Yeah.
So now it's for him to cash those checks.
It's time.
Yeah. But,
you know what? You made a good point right there. Let me tell you something about what I think about watching that game. What ticked me off about Anthony Edwards is stop kicking it out. Go to the hole. Like he gets in transit, he penetrates, but he pulls and he kicks it out. Like go to the hole. Like McDaniel's a great shooter. He can shoot. We know that. Nas Reed killing them last night. Killing them. But you're Anthony Edwards. You're the quickest guy on that starting 5. Mike Conley slowed down. He's 36 years old. Goddamn. It's slowed down. His speed has. And Mike Conley's not that type of dude. He's a facilitator. Okay? But I'm with you, Anthony David. Anthony Edwards, go to the hole. Stop going and then kicking it out, because what they're doing is they're putting the double on them, and they when they go to the hole, they screen them out, bam. And so now when he see it, he throws it out. No, the hell with that. You was dunking on cats in the regular season. Do the same thing. Attack the rack. Keep attacking. He getting right past him. Look at Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is doing the opposite of what he's doing. Kyrie Irving is getting past and going to the hole. Getting past, going to the hole. And he pop, 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 pop. Bam, bam, bam. Kick out. Stop it. Killing me, bro. It's killing me.
That's why I think we'll see a little bit. Like last night, he was aggressive. He just ain't been hitting his shot. Yeah. And I think and the narrative is out there. They put all of they had into that last series to beat Denver. I believe they put everything that they had into that series. But
come on with it.
This is the NBA playoffs.
There you go.
You knew what you signed up for.
There you go.
Go to the advance. You got to
Yes,
win 4 games.
Yes, sir.
So you got to cut that. Ant-Man was gassed. He 22 years old, people. What is he gassed from?
Talk about it, Rock.
Tell him stop fucking before the games.
Tell him, Rock. That's the same shit I said. He's 23 years old.
He wouldn't be gassed. He'll have his legs.
That's what I'm saying.
Kyrie Irving is my age. Cooking.
Yeah.
At 22 years old. I mean, hey, we got it. That's what that old school mentality had. Oh, you young fella. All right, I'm gonna show you something.
That's what I said, Rock. Everybody saying, "Oh, he's gassed, he's tired." He's
not gassed. Tell him stop doing what he's doing before games.
There you go, bro. But
like you said, cut the IG models out before games. That's what he need to stop doing.
You 23 years old. You
22 years.
23 years old, my God. Due to the game, Ant-Man seemed to go 100 miles per hour all game, and it showed in the end, Kyrie and Luka are seasoned vets that know how to walk down that hill and getting on them and run down young bulls. True. Kyrie also plant-based. That makes a big difference.
But he's eating. Yeah.
He's eating right. Yeah, he's very nutritious.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah. Kyrie Irving is great.
But at the same, a 22-year-old athletic, he's an athletic monster.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to be gassed, brother.
No. We're not going to you can't use that because you called Kyrie Irving out.
Yeah.
So you can't use that.
It's not like
known that.
It's not like when Jordan was playing when he was 22 years old and had to take every shot because all the guys that was around him were on the end of their career in that Bulls team where he first came to the Bulls, or when LeBron first got to the Cleveland Cavaliers and had to take that Cavalier team to the finals against San Antonio when he got swept. But that's gas where you got to do everything. And Anthony Edwards, he's not playing within his system because he put that narrative out there that he the guy and he want to be the face. So he feel like in order for him to be the face of the league, he got to do everything. He got to just pace himself. Ain't no need. He 22 years old. Ain't no gas. No. If he paced himself and watch what the defense is giving him, he'll be right there at the end with as though he can be able to lock up Kyrie Irving on some possessions. But what he's doing is he's trying to match their energy, and he can't do that because they train differently than he did.
That is true. Anthony Edwards now, Rock, he needs to change his game.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing when he gets the ball. Jab, going to the hole. Jab.
More patient in this offense.
There you go. You got to be more patient. Put somebody in the post. Put Kyrie in the post. Kyrie's a little guy. Put him you're taller than him. Put him in the post. Shoot some fadeaways.
I noticed that he ain't been posting. He ain't been taking advantage of that either.
No, sir.
He been letting Luka post him.
Yeah.
Put
him in the post. You know who puts people in the post now? Jrue Holiday. Put your ass in the post. He know when to do it. He don't do it all the time, but he know when to do it and who to do it on.
If he got a favorable matchup, he is going.
He got to do it that way. He got to change it. You got to change your game up.
He did that to Tyler Hero in the first series. He doing that to Halliburton and
he knows who to get.
In this series, him and Jaylen Brown. So you
can do Kyrie Irving. You can do him. Luka will be a test because Luka's a bigger guy. Kyrie, you can do him. Yeah. You can do him. You do Kyrie, you'll be good. Score some points.
He wrote a check. He ain't gonna cash, man. He can't cash. That's the worst part about it. As great as Anthony Edwards is showing everybody, sometimes your best weapon is to not open your mouth at all.
Not at all, bro. And now his flame is going out. Courtesy of the Dallas Mavericks. But I got a rant here. And I know Mark somewhere watching, he's going to say, I disagree with the host. I already know. But I cannot, Rock, for the life of me, I do not like Luka Doncic. I do not like him. I do not like him. To me, he's a big-ass crybaby. He's a big crybaby, but he hit the game winner yesterday, and he got the nerve to talk trash to Rudy Gobert. Get the hell out of here.
It was
First of all, you're a crybaby. When things don't go your way, you whine. You spend most of your time looking like this. That's all, the whole game.
The Tony brothers.
You know what I'm saying?
You got free of that, man.
You cry all game long. You cry all game long, and you hit a 3 on Rudy Gobert and talk junk like it ain't nothing on a 7-foot guy who don't on a center. You hit a 3 on a center, and you dancing. You know what I'm saying? You're Luka. You move like slow-mo, like slow-mo from Minnesota. You move so slow. But yeah, you can put them moves on Rudy Gobert. He got 2 left feet. He's a center. He don't even supposed to be past the free throw line. And he out there guarding you. So you damn right you're going to shoot a 3-pointer over him. But then the nerve to talk junk, I don't like it, man. I cannot stand Luka. He's a big-ass crybaby. He's smiling. He's smiling, giggle when things are going his way. But then when it ain't going his way, he whining and crying. I can't stand that shit, man. That's what I love about Kobe Bryant. When things don't go his way, he's mad as hell. But he's going to take it out on you on the court. And you can't tell he's mad. You can only tell he's mad in his play, his style of play, because he get aggressive. And he start lighting it up. Back out. But he don't be like... Yeah, all the time. That's bullshit, man. I cannot stand Luka. I do not. I think he's overhyped, and I think, and worst thing, Rob, and I know you've seen this. The officiating is terrible.
Yeah,
the officiating is terrible. Game 2 last night was terrible, and it looked like they gave that game to Dallas. And I don't know. I don't know if it's a European thing that they want Europeans to win, but it's some bullshit. That was crazy. Minnesota got screwed out of a lot of calls. Dallas was fouling their ass off, and I don't understand why the ref didn't call. I mean, Dallas was straight fouling. I mean, even the commentators were saying the same thing. I'm like, oh my God, can somebody blow a whistle here? They finally blew a whistle when Anthony Edwards came in for the layup, and they blew a whistle. I said, holy shit. And the crowd erupted because they finally blew a whistle. I'm like, and I understand the term about letting them play. And I'm glad that they're letting them play, man. But come on, man.
Some fouls are too blatant.
That's what I'm saying. A blatant foul is a blatant foul. And they did not call on Dallas whatsoever. That's why Dallas was running. They ain't called, so fuck it. Dallas is like, y'all ain't called. Fuck it. I'm throwing it out there. It ain't Dallas' fault. It's the ref's fault. Drew to the game said Rudy did throw an unnecessary clothesline on Luka in the game. Bar 2 after hitting that game. But it's on Rudy Gobert.
Luka flopped. I know exactly what he's talking about.
That ain't flopped. Like, yeah.
He ain't clothesline that man. Like
that's what I'm saying, Rock. That's what I'm saying.
Udonis Haslem would have probably done Luka Doncic or something like that. It wasn't nothing like that. Like no Rick Mahorn clothesline.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. The only award Luka, he should not have been. I'm glad he didn't get MVP. The only award he should have won was the Academy Award for best goddamn actor. Because that's what he is. He's worse than LeBron. He's worse.
LeBron in his prime was woo. That boy used to get LeBron when he flopped in his prime used to act like somebody shot that boy with a sniper. Yo.
I'm like, damn. Yo, Luka, man, I can't. He on his head and shit. Like, what? Who touched you, bro?
Damn, like they auditioning for Days of Our Lives.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This is just ridiculous how this league is, man. But I don't like Luka. I care less about the guy. Yeah, he's a good basketball player, but I think he's just a bunch of overhyped. He's a big crybaby. He smile and giggle when he's winning, but he cry like a little girl when things ain't going his way. And it's just not good, bro. I can't stand it. So let's go over to the Eastern Conference with your Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. How do you feel about this series so far?
I've been hearing a lot of people saying we're gonna sweep Indiana. I'm not buying into it yet. Until it says 4. I give Indiana a shot. I think. I mean, whenever a team that's been on the road for 3 straight, they've been on the road for 3 straight games. They went from New York to
very true
Boston. So they the games are every other day.
Yes,
so now I feel like they might get a little rejuvenation from being home, having a home crowd and things of that nature. But the one thing that's pushing everybody to say it might be a sweep is because Boston hasn't lost on the road yet, and I hate when certain stats like that come up.
Yeah.
Oh, they're undefeated on the road. This team is undefeated at home. Yeah. So tonight, one of these teams is going. Something got to give tonight.
Something got to give. That's right. That's right.
Because one team is going to be undefeated. One team is either going to be undefeated on the road, or a team's going to be still undefeated at home.
That's right.
So I like how the series is going. The Pacers the way they play, they style of play. Like in game 1, when I was watching game 1. I watched the first 2 games of the series. I didn't pretty much watch a little bit of the last series between Cleveland and Minnesota, Miami. I watched maybe 3 or 4 games out of that series. But in this series, because next one is the finals, I'm all in. So first game, I'm like, man, their style of pace is just like wreaking havoc on how we want to get into our offense. So I seen how we made some adjustments within the second half, pulled the game close. And then that stretch where, the world says Indiana blew the game, and by all accounts, looking at what I seen on the screen, they may have blown the game in the stretch, but that's what overtime is for. So, they still have the opportunity. They still had 5 extra minutes to close out the game 1. And they scored the first point in overtime. So it wasn't like they didn't have their fair share of opportunities. It was the fact that, okay, after Jaylen Brown, and I will say this, Jaylen Brown hit that shot, I was like, that motherfucker hit that.
Mm-hmm. I was like, what the hell?
I was sitting there on the bed. I'm like, that motherfucker hit that shit.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
When I seen that, I said, we just took the heart out of Indiana, because Indiana was ready to celebrate, and then as soon as he hit that shot, and it was like, okay, people saying why Pascal Siakam ain't foul. Are you gonna foul a shooter putting up from 3? I can see if his foot was on. If Jaylen Brown foot was on the line, I fouled him.
Yeah.
But pump fake, then moved over to the side and then let it go.
Yeah.
You in the man's in a shooting motion. You gonna risk giving up 4 points at that time?
Yeah. Mike Conley did the same thing last night. He did the same exact thing.
I mean, like, what are you gonna do? Because in that corner, the way the corner is, the shooter only got so much space, and the defender's only got so much space where he can close out on the shooter to where as though it won't be considered like a technical foul and things that nature. Because you got to let the shooter come down out of his space. So you seen when Jaylen Brown shot, his leg was flailing a little bit because he wanted to make sure that he had enough space to kind of come down and make the complete shot, his complete form and things of that nature. But in game 2, we just made our adjustments. I felt like in game 2 we looked at it like, okay, we're gonna let Aaron Nesmith try to beat us and shut everybody else down, because that's where the game plan was looking like. We was letting him only score. Yeah, him and Nembhard. We was letting them score, but we was kind of like shutting down. We shut down Halliburton. He had that big amount of points. He had a hamstring injury. Don't know if that's real or not. Go
ahead.
Not on the court. Joint injuries. You don't know how it happened. The cameras don't make it look like something happened. It just looked like the man had a cramp. He just wanted to quit. Yeah. So, and piggybacking on the Pascal Siakam had a good game. So, you know, that's what those little things kind of scare me because they gonna be hyped to get a win in front of their crowd tonight, you know. And you know, I think the series will go. I think we're gonna beat them in 6. I honestly do. I think we're gonna beat them in 6.
I can see that.
Now Wolves, Mavs are gonna go 7. We're gonna drop one. We might not drop game 3 tonight, but I think we're gonna drop game 4, and I think we're gonna drop game 4 and 5.
Game
2
4
games that we're gonna need, and that's gonna bring the narrative. Oh, they can't close out. I think those 2 games, because I don't see us sweeping Indiana, the Pacers, man. Like
Drew to the game thinks differently.
Hey, you can go ahead and get your brooms ready. I ain't bringing my brooms out yet. I'm not saying we're gonna win the championship until I see it, and that's how I'm going with Boston and Jacksonville. I'm not saying my team's gonna win it all until I fully see it. Till it's double zeros on the clock, triple zeros on the clock, and the confetti is coming down, and they giving Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum the trophy. I'm not gonna say it until then, and that's how I feel. Because making these bold predictions on your team, and your team got to come up with it, make you look stupid at the end of the day. So,
you know, with this series here, one thing I want, I like Boston. I really do. I think Boston is the best team in the Eastern Conference. Of course, it proves it. Best team in the NBA, number 1, right? Mm-hmm. Jason Tatum has to become more of a killer. He has to be more of a killer, and I want to see him more defensively. Indiana gets on once they get on a roll. They really gets on a roll, but they ran out of juice. They had a great game plan against Boston because they was gunning, but then they ran out.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta if you're gonna gun Boston like that, you better go all the way. You gotta go all the way because with Boston, it takes one guy to hit. If Jalen's on, your ass is in trouble. If Jason Tatum is on, your ass is in trouble. Hell, if Al Horford is on, your ass is in trouble. You know, so you know, I would like to see Boston play a little bit more defense, but Jason Tatum, I want to see more. I want to see more of a killer. I think he makes too many mistakes on a fast break as well, too. I'm like, come on, JT, man, you got to score. You cannot afford to miss layups. You cannot afford to do that. Jaylen Brown, he's a big guard.
Yeah,
he's a big guard, but he got a lot of power. But I like about him, he finishes.
Right.
You know, he finishes.
Jaylen Brown said something too. Like when it came to the cap, like it's crazy because our first two series. Why you say something about? Say something about football? But our first two series were pretty much revenge.
I feel you right now. Ain't no wrong with that.
I got to, man. I got to.
Yeah, right.
But our first two series, I think those were revenge series for Jaylen Brown. Because, you know, the Miami series last year, when Tatum got hurt in Game 7 in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, it was pretty much Jaylen Brown's team to take us into the finals. And we weren't able to do that. His turnovers within that game they had people thinking, okay, so this is Jason Tatum's team, because when Jaylen Brown had the time to put all of it together with the pieces that we had at that point to get us in the finals, you know, he couldn't do it. And granted, Miami had good pieces, you know, but the two series that we just played, Miami and Cleveland, I believe those was revenge series for him. Because, you know, Miami put us out last year. Cleveland, he said he still had nightmares about LeBron putting us out in the Eastern Conference Finals the years that shit. And that's crazy because they say, oh, these guys been to 6 and 5 Eastern Conference Finals. But the people forget who we played in 4 of those finals, in those finals. We played LeBron James 4 straight years in those NBA in those Eastern Conference Finals.
He sure did.
Like, and they sitting there saying, "Oh, we couldn't get over them." Y'all act like we was playing
you sure
some
did.
slouching. Like we was playing Embiid and
no,
somebody,
no,
Giannis, you know what I'm saying?
Young LeBron.
They was dog walking us. We played LeBron 4 straight years. When
Young LeBron.
You know, when Isaiah was there, and Kyrie got hurt. Then the 2 years before he left Cleveland, you know, we was playing them in the finals, and then the 2 years that we lost to Miami, and Miami ain't win the finals. So I mean, you know, like I look at it like this season, they getting over the hump, and game 2 was a good game for him because Jaylen Brown should have been all NBA. You know, over some of the guys that was on there that didn't finish the season, you know, or teams that got put out of the first round, got swept. You know, some of them guys, they got on all NBA because of their names, you know. So, like Kawhi Leonard, no, don't get me wrong, Kawhi Leonard is an absolute monster when he's healthy.
Yeah, exactly.
But he didn't deserve to be on second team. I mean, his numbers was great.
No,
but part of me, I feel like as an NBA player, like your obligation and your only job is to stay healthy and play in the games.
That's it.
Every so often, Kawhi Leonard can't stay fully healthy for a full season.
No, sir. No, sir.
Devin Booker team got swept.
Yeah.
You know, so and you know they're not going to take KD. They're not going to not keep KD on there because of how prolific of a scorer he is. So some of these guys that got on there is because of their names.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Brown, he goes under the radar because of how the narrative is that it's Jason Tatum's team. Honestly, it's both of their teams.
I agree with that.
I've always linked towards it being Jaylen Brown's team and Al Horford's team more because Jaylen Brown been there longer.
Yeah.
He the longest tenured Celtic player that Brad Stevens drafted that's still on the squad.
Yeah.
And Al Horford, you know, was our free agent inquisition that came back. So I believe that it's their squad. But, you know, Tatum got superstar written all over him. But I think I think Tatum going to turn it on towards tonight, towards, you know, maybe when we need to close it out and into that finals. Because he had a bad NBA finals. And I think that's why he hasn't really turned it up as much as people want to see him turn it up in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's because he's done this already. He didn't drop 40 points, 30, 35 points in the Eastern Conference Finals. And, you know, we haven't gotten over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
He needed to show up in the main finals with Jaylen Brown. And I think that's where we'll project them to have a parade in Boston. But, you know, it's still a lot to go, still a lot of games left to play. And I'm just looking forward to it.
I agree with the Jaylen Brown. I think this is Jaylen Brown's team. I think he's more of a killer than Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum just, you know, he's a good-looking guy. He's a superstar. He does the flashy. But Jaylen Brown, he goes in the trenches, bro. Jaylen Brown takes. I
don't make this a dark skin, light skin thing, but
maybe
we gonna make it there.
Maybe, yeah, we can make it that shit.
Yeah, they both came from.
Drew said the same thing. Yeah, yeah. Drew said the same thing, but I think Jaylen does more of the dirty work defensively, and he drives the ball to the hole. Jason Tatum's gonna shoot that three, most likely. He's gonna live and die by that 3-pointer.
He can attack, but that's the best thing about him is when he's attacking. That's why everybody wants. When Jason Tatum's in attack mode,
yes,
that's what makes everybody say, "Oh yeah, that's why Boston got him."
But Rob, he loses control.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna attack, control yourself. Don't let the crowd get you so hyped.
Yeah.
You know when Boston gets on a roll, that Boston Celtics crowd is a beast.
Yeah.
So when they get on a roll,
they chuck up a three so he can.
Yeah, exactly. He want to do all that shit, or he'll go down on a fast break and miss the fucking layup. I'm like, man, listen, Stop letting the crowd. I know the crowd is ape shit crazy right now, but you're gonna have to control yourself. Control yourself, bro, and hit the shot. Like you say, he want to do all this shit and yeah. And I get that, but hit the shot first, bro.
But I got more ties. I got more actual ties with Jason Tatum than
Duke.
That and the fact that my cousins went to the same high school as his mom in St. Louis. I almost went to that same high school when I was in my freshman year. Mm-hmm. I went to St. Louis for a basketball camp. Mm-hmm. I make it brief. And one of the coaches from the rival schools in St. Louis wanted me to come play freshman basketball for the team. But I told him, I was like, I couldn't go to your school anyway because I don't live in their zone. I lived in the zone where I lived in U City, which is University City, where Nelly was born, lived, and things of that nature. And that's the local high school there. So that's the school Jason Tatum mom went to school and things of that nature. My cousins played basketball for that same school and things. So yeah, I got little small ties to Tatum. That's why I really want to see him. Yeah. Really want to see him successful. Both him and Jaylen Brown.
I like Jason Tatum, man. I mean, he's under the tree of under the tutelages of Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? And man, goddamn. But I just want to see a little bit more of a killer instinct. We're seeing it from Jaylen. Jaylen put up 40. I mean, goddamn. Like, I mean, Tatum's supposed to be doing that as well. I know everybody can't score, but when your name alone is on a superstar level, you're doing commercials and all kind of other shit. Like you need to live up to that. You need to live up. In Indiana ain't really got no answer for those two. Halliburton is not a defensive guy, and what they put Shepherd?
Yeah,
they put Shepherd in.
And that's the thing about it though. Like, see, Indiana's game plan is to take Tatum out because if you notice, they put Obi Toppin on him. They put Aaron Nesmith. Those are their two defenders. They put on Tatum. Yeah. And they see what happened. Okay. Yeah. And that's the thing about it that makes the squad so great is there's 5 shooters on the floor with Boston at all times. Mm-hmm. Outside, I mean, we might have a few, some of our bigs may not, like Cornette and other big we had, and Xavier Tillman, can't stretch the floor. But when we bring when Porzingis is in the game and you bring Al Horford off the bench, you still got to contend with 5 shooters.
Ooh, you ain't kidding.
Poison. Okay, we're gonna take Tatum out.
Yeah.
Jaylen Brown give you 40.
Yeah.
We try to take Jaylen Brown out. Tatum gonna give you 30, and then you gotta worry about Drew Holiday or Derek White going for 30. So you can't stop 3 of them guys from getting off.
You can't stop them, bro.
We still got to train the guys that come in. Peyton Pritchard can come off the bench and give you 16 to 20 points if he get that amount of time to get the opportunities. Because we didn't see the brother had a triple-double when we let him play in the last few games of the season. So we got shooters in that squad, 3-and-D guys. But I'm glad that Mazzulla went to the bench more because we're gonna have to play. We're gonna have to play Xavier Tillman. We're gonna have to play O'Shea Brissett because they're 3-and-D. They're defenders that we're gonna be able to have to throw out there. Like Xavier Tillman can go out there and guard Pascal Siakam for a few minutes to give Al Horford some rest. Or give O'Shea Brissett can go out there and defend because he was in that system with Indiana.
Those guys, they're like kamikazes. They're just gonna sacrifice themselves. They don't get no PT. They don't get no PT. Yeah. But when they in there, they gonna give you the best. Them jokers will dive over the crowd just to get in there. That's how Peyton Pritchard got the start. I remember when this dude, I'm like, damn,
O'Shea Brissett came in and changed the game for us defensively. He was out there diving for. He was out there getting back on defense. He was out there making loose ball, no homo, things of that nature. Had a bleak out dunk. You know, I was saying it in my head. I'm like,
I remember that dunk.
We got guys on the bench that need to be fresh. Like even our other big that's on the bench. I forgot his name. Dark skin brother. I don't want to, that.
I got you.
He needs to get a little bit of time in there as well. Because
imagine if y'all had Ronald Williams.
Reggie, you talking about
last year?
Robert
Williams. I'm sorry. Williams.
Yeah.
Imagine if y'all had him.
Hey, I think his dad used to play for Houston back in the day.
His
dad was on the five slammer jammer.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Robert Williams. Imagine if y'all had him.
If we had Robert Williams, we wouldn't have Drew Holiday.
True, but imagine if you had him.
No, my bad. We wouldn't have had.
No, you're right.
I don't think we would have had Porzingis because I think we got Drew Holiday through. Then Drew Holiday, we picked him up off a waiver wire.
I don't know because y'all did a three-way with Grant Williams, wasn't it? Was it Grant Williams that left?
We sent Grant Williams to Dallas. For
it was a three-way. It was all kind of shit. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we sent them there to Porzingis, and then Rob Williams we sent to Portland.
Look at this guy.
And
Look at this guy.
You the only one that love Luis Perez.
If Luis Perez is trash. Mark. Oh, Mark. You know what happens? Mark, you know what happens when you come on here talking about Luis Perez? Huh? Do you?
Just made the list.
Mark, you know what happens when you come on here talking about Luis Perez this and Luis Perez that on me and Rockstar Rock? You know what happens?
You just made the list.
Tell him.
Luis Perez sucks.
I know he happy Oklahoma State made the tier one stage as far as with players getting played for that EA Sports game. So I know he happy about that.
Okay, that's what's up.
These finals has been. I mean, these Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference Finals has been.
These are good. What we been waiting for. That Dallas is. I didn't like how that game was officiated.
It's gonna be Dallas and it's gonna be Dallas and the Celtics in the finals.
That'll be good.
It's the only thing between two teams that got an intrigue storyline. Kyrie coming back to Boston, where he's semi-hated, and Luka being compared to Larry Bird, and then we got our two.
Larry Bird, my ass.
Nah, people are comparing them.
Yeah, I know it. I see it on social media.
Mm-hmm. That's a good storyline, intriguing storyline for the finals.
Larry Bird. Before we go though, Rock, we get out of here, before we close out, there are 12 stars. There are 12 NBA players, stars and X factors. And I'm going to name the 12, ladies and gentlemen. Rockstar Rock is going to give his opinion on who's the difference maker. Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic. These are the stars. Jaylen Brown, Luka Doncic, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum. Now, these are the X factors. Derrick Jones Jr., Jaden McDaniels, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, PJ Washington, and Derek White.
Hold on.
Yes, sir. But I'm while Rockstar Rock is going, I'm gonna. I think the difference maker to me, and he's not even on here. It should be Naz Reid, man. Naz Reid, ladies and gentlemen, is difference maker. Naz Reid. Give me Naz Reid as the difference maker. That dude put on a hell of a performance yesterday, even though Anthony Edwards, their star, went down. I mean, not went down, but he wasn't playing as well as he was in these last couple of series. So give me and he's not on here, but it should be Nas Reed should be on there.
Right.
He's a 6 man, and he did his 6-man job yesterday. He last night. He did his job. He came in, and he's not even a shooter. And he went, what? See, it's 7 threes.
Yeah,
he almost hit the game winner. He went to
stretch 4.
I remember him at LSU. He was at LSU. I'm like, damn, he was more of a big guy, a banger. But damn, he's in the pros and man, he like 7 threes last night. Unbelievable. I like Nas Reed. I'm glad he's a 6-man award. He deserved that. To me, he's a big difference maker because when he's on, he is on. Now, if Anthony Edwards would have been on as well with him, they would have smashed Dallas. Hands down. Kyrie Irving is also he's on the list. He would be my difference maker. One of my difference makers, Kyrie Irving, because Kyrie Irving is just fucking phenomenal. He's great. Like I said when he first came, I said Kyrie Irving could be the league MVP one day. He is really good. And I'm gonna go to oddball here. I know I said Nas Reed, but I'm gonna say Derek White. Derek White is a guy who great defense. Derek White just fucking great. And he could give you that 3 every now and then, but his energy and his defense, that guy will take a blow for the team. And I've seen it. I've seen he get ran over and he'll take it for the team and he gets the crowd hype. Derek White is a utility guy. He can play offense, he can play defense, he can play point guard if you need him. He could be there. He's your Marcus Smart that you're missing. Yeah, I think he could be an X factor as well, and he can give you 20 points.
Just a better shooting Marcus Smart.
There you go. He can give you 20 points though. He can give you 20 points.
Love Marcus Smart to death. Never met that man.
Man, I love him too, man. Marcus Smart.
Defensively, I take Marcus Smart.
Any day, bro. Marcus Smart was nice, bro.
We did right by keeping Derek White.
Yeah, I agree with you. So Rock out of wait a minute. Boo, he stole the 6-man award from Malik Monk.
Malik will get it next year when he
from what school? Oklahoma State. Okay. Well, Marcus Smart is great though. So Rock, out of the 12, who's your difference maker? Because I'm going on your boy Derek White. I'm going on your boy Derek White, and I'm going on Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is killing it. So I'm going Kyrie Irving, Derek White. So who you got? Who's your two difference makers out of this?
My 2 difference makers?
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go with I'm gonna go with my 2 stars. It all starts with Jalen and Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Like I know they have been trying to develop this way of playing off of each other. When is it his time to turn on? When is it that guy's time to turn on? But I believe they're both the difference makers because Boston goes as far as those 2 guys go. Like even when Jason Tatum's having a bad shooting night, he got his brother Jaylen Brown bailing him out. Right. And then Jason Tatum took over in the overtime. And see, a lot of people don't see that. Like, just because 2 guys are great at what they're doing doesn't necessarily mean them 2 guys don't like each other. That's absolutely 2 guys don't hang out. Like, absolutely. It's been times after Boston and played, you go over there and you see Jaylen Brown with Jason Tatum's son. Before Jason Tatum's son runs over there, before Lil Deuce runs over there to Jason Tatum, he dapping up Jaylen Brown. So though I just hate that narrative that people try to pit them 2 guys against each other. Like, why is it though that they can't necessarily win together? Like, I understand Scotty and Michael, they didn't like each other or had their differences. But when they came to the inside the confines of the 94 feet, them dudes knew what it took to win championships. Every it's a person that you probably work with that you have a disagreement with. But that don't necessarily mean you don't like this dude. That don't necessarily mean you don't want the man to have the blessings that he deserves in his life to make sure that he lives a good life. You know what I'm saying? So I believe those two are the difference makers because they, for one, it's been about banner 18 since 2008.
Yes, sir.
And they came in. Those two guys are a part of a big trade that sent a legend, Uncle Paulie, Paul Pierce to Brooklyn, and Kevin Garnett, Big Unc to Brooklyn. So those two guys are from that trade. And ever since,
bro, you gotta say it like this: KG.
Yeah, KG.
I love that shit. I used to love that, man. I used to love it, man. I used to love when Kevin Garnett scored, man, in Boston. They be like, KG.
Big ticket.
Yeah, love it, man. Love it, bro. You gotta love it. But
those two are the most important guys on that list that you just we stated as far as difference makers and superstars. It's more important to them two guys because ever since they didn't step foot and got drafted by Boston, it's been about winning championships. I don't think I think the only year that we had a fallout year was the year we got gentlemen swept by Brooklyn when Jaylen Brown broke his hand, and Jason Tatum had to go on that series by himself, and he got one game by himself. He had to score 50. That one game.
And they beat the shit out of him. When he was trying.
And the next year you had Jaylen Brown. It was Kyrie was being guarded by Jaylen Brown, and him and Tatum switching off, and they was both guarding the two best guys on there. So on that squad. So and we had Marcus Smart guarding James Harden. So
Marcus Smart, I like that dude, man. Ah, damn, Marcus Smart, man. Bring him back.
Marcus Smart, man. Number 2.
You tough, bro. Man, Marcus Smart, man. He was that dude, man. You gotta love the guy's intensity and ironic. His last name was Smart. He was a smart ass dude.
I wouldn't be surprised to come back.
I want to be. Hey, let's go. I'm with it. You gonna make me a Boston fan? I'm with that. I'm with that whatsoever. But Rock, we got a good playoff on the eastern side and the western side. Bad officiating on the western side, if you ask me. but it is what it is. But it's playoff basketball. We got tonight, man. We got the Boston Celtics. They play. They go to Indiana to take on the Indiana Pacers tonight at 8:30 on ABC. Tonight, can Boston go up 3-0 in the series, or can Indiana turn this around and make this a 2-1 series, man? Boston currently right now is leading 2-0. And also in Sunday at 8 p.m., the Minnesota Timberwolves, they go to Dallas, take on the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are up 2-0. And can Minnesota get back on track? Because time is running out very fast for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They are running out big time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today, man. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of the Real Sports Talk Show, man. Please remember to hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button. You can follow us on all social medias, and you can join our Facebook sports page. It is called the Real Sports Group. Just type it in the search bar, man, and we there. We got the playoffs today. Rockstar Rock, take us out.
All right, lovely people. Today is Saturday. Enjoy y'all Memorial Day weekend. Put some nice on the grill. If y'all like seafood, get y'all some good crab legs and shrimp, the nice butter sauce and everything like that.
Hey, bro, you make me hungry.
And get out in the pool. The pool's gonna be open. It's hot as hell outside, so try to
hot as hell. Right.
Peace, love, and real to sports, baby.
There you go, baby. Peace and all kinds of love, baby. We're in the comments over here. Pacers be like. Rock ain't gonna say that. Rock ain't gonna say that to the last bell. Yeah. T-Wolves be like, hey, all right, you never know. You just never know, man. You just never know how it's going to go. You just never know. You never know. Never know. All right, man, as we get on up out of here, me and Rockstar Rock, man, again, man, if we did a good job today and y'all love us like y'all say y'all do, y'all hit that subscribe button and turn on that little bell. I mean, that thumbs up.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, God damn it. I sometimes you got to just let you know what it is. That right there. See right there? That's all you do right there. That's what you do. Hit it for us. Well, as we get on that, me and Rockstar Rock get on out of here, man. You can check out Young Mark this Thursday at 7 p.m., man. He will bring you the latest news from the UFL. And don't forget to come on right back here next Saturday. Next Saturday, man, we will have a special guest. Special guest in the building on this show next Saturday. And you know, I got to add more to it, man. We will have an NFL Trivia Showdown. As the Real Sports NFL Trivia Champion, Q-Dog, he'll be putting his title on the line against Philly G. It's going to be the dog versus Philly G. Now, can the dog continue his reign as NFL Trivia Champion, or can Philly G capture his very first NFL Trivia Championship, man? You can find out next Saturday, live right here on YouTube at 1 p.m. on the Real the Sports Talk Show. On behalf of myself, Mr. Nobody, that's the Rockstar Rock. DMV is in the building. Everybody, please be safe and stay safe in the words of Sergeant Slaughter. And that's in order.